Well, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin, and this Ford will not start, and I don't know why. It used to fire right up. Now, I do have a block heater, um, not the built-in one that comes with the vehicle. It's just like an aftermarket. You just stick to like your oil pan or what have you. I have tried that a few times with no success. I did replace the fuel filter. So I'm going to just do a quick diagnostics with this thing. I'm not going to dig into this deep. Um, and we'll kind of just go from there. I'm going to start with the simple stuff. This is not going to be like a how-to video. This is just going to be me, just doing it even if this camera wasn't on. I'm going to start with the fuses, and then we're just going to work our way around the engine. My batteries are kind of low, so I'm probably going to go get a charger. I will tell you this vehicle will fire right up with starting fluid, but every time I have to use this vehicle to go plow, I have to use starting fluid, and I just don't want to do that anymore if I don't have to. So apparently my GoPro was on photo mode, and here I was talking to you guys, and it was not recording. So I unhooked my battery. So I want to get right to the battery to get the charger on it, just so we can get the maximum juice. We did find a little bit of corrosion, not a lot, but a little bit. Also, this battery is July of 22. Well, it is dirty in there. Somebody has put some sort of connector thing here for a wire, maybe trying to pull off. So I'm gonna have to charge this battery up for a little bit, hook the wires back up, and then proceed with our diagnostics here. Stand by, folks. Alright, we got our terminals hooked back up. Now, this thing is telling me to resort to the owner's manual, and I don't know if I have one or not, but I want to check this one fuse right here. So all of these work. That was my hand. Sorry, I'm left-handed. I can't put the camera on the right side. There ain't nothing to put it there, but all these big fuses are good, whatever they power. I just want to do this just so I can check it off my list, basically. Now, as far as these little fuses down here, these ones are, so these must be spares. But they had something hooked to this fuse. This one's got power, so that one should have power. Let me check the glove box, see if we got an owner's book. Right headlamp, low beam. I think what they were trying to do, I bet you, is this red wire right here. I bet you they tried to bring that in. They tried to pull power out of the box. Alright, so I want to just pull that fuse real quick to just look at it. It's good. I want to get that thing out of there. personally hook my wiring up to a 10 amp mini. I'm sure it'll be alright, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just see, by putting a little charge in the battery, if she'll fire. So this will be the third cycle, allowing the glow plugs to do their thing. And now we're ready. Boy, it's trying. I'm literally trying to find the obvious, which the thing is the truck was doing this before I changed the fuel filter. So it wasn't anything to do with the fuel filter. You know, as funny as it may sound, it could be as simple as that my batteries just don't have the cranking power. Even though it sounds like it's cranking over, like has a good crank, you know, it could require, being a diesel, it could require a little bit more than what the battery is giving. So last summer I put a new map sensor on this, and it didn't need it. I was just throwing parts at it, basically wasting money is what I was doing, which is not what I want to do this time. So I just found this thing, and it says TSD, Transportation Safety Device. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I have no idea what this thing is. When I push that red switch down, it pops out. This is how it was. I'm going to push it back. And while we're at it, I'm going to get my friend ChatGPT out real quick. And I'm going to ask it what that is, because I have no idea what that is. On a 1999 Ford F450 with a 7.3, a transportation safety device usually refers to a shipping transport lock or protective component that was installed at the factory to protect parts while the truck was being transported to the dealer. On a truck that old, it normally means one of these: suspension ride height block, steering wheel column lock, driveline lock, air intake or exhaust plugs. The most common thing people run into is a shipping block left in the front suspension, or a confusion with fuel heater element or glow plug. You know more than I do. She almost fired. So I do want to check something, and I want to see if that thing popped back out, and it did not. Let's see if we can get it to fire. Yeah, we got no cranking juice. So I got this little jump box thing from Harbor Freight. It's definitely not recommended for this big truck, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. Turn it on. We only got 50% charge, so we got one shot. I'm just allowing, I cycled the glow plugs 2 times now. We got a little bit of smoke. It just never stops snowing. Let's see if this truck will start. All right, you gonna fire up for us today? It's just about 10 o'clock, 31 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now at the moment. Excuse me, it's 22 degrees out, going to be a high of 31 today. All right, we've cycled the glow plugs 3 times. Let's see if she'll fire. Trying. Let me let's check and see if that switch has popped. Although I don't think that switch has anything to do with oh yeah. No, it hasn't hasn't popped or anything. If I sprayed it with starting fluid right now, it would fire right up. So I'm going to cycle them 3 more times. All right. Trying. Yeah, I don't know. You know, and this started doing this after I put additives to prevent my fuel from gelling up. Now, I'm not saying the reason it won't start is because of the additives. I'm just saying that's when it started to do this. Alright, well, I need this truck to drive today. So we're going to have to do the old cringe. Hopefully she don't blow. I can smell spring. All right, it has been a few days since we have tried to start this in the morning. Right now it's 38 degrees, supposed to be a high of 43. I have not tried to start this truck. It's been sitting here since I did go out yesterday morning and plow. We did get a little bit more snow, so it's been sitting here since yesterday morning. So I don't have any high expectations, but maybe because it is a little bit warmer. But let's see what happens. All right, keys on. Wait to start light just went out. Let's try and start it. Boy, it's trying. Oil pressure's up. No, batteries are they're just cooked. I'm gonna go get my jump box again and see if we can give it a little assist. Smoky. You got 75% juice. It's only gonna be about one try, and then that thing will be beeping at us anyhow. Nope. You know, I don't personally recommend that you do this. Good enough. You don't need much, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna get this to fire up, and that way it recharges the batteries. I'm probably gonna let it run for 10 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna shut it back down. I got good oil pressure. Morning. Let's try this truck again. This morning it is the warmest it's been through this entire video so far. It's currently 44 degrees right now. It's like 10:30 in the morning, 10:25 a.m. and it's supposed to get up to 55 degrees today. Just an absolute heat wave. Hopefully she'll just fire right up. I haven't done anything, so. I am going to take a minute here and just cycle the glow plugs 2-3 times. You know, another thing I had thought about too is, you know, oh, well, maybe the air filter is no good. Well, I had just put a brand new air filter in this not that long ago, so, you know, that's obviously not my issue. It's also clean in there. There's no debris or anything like that. So, here we go. So this truck's been running for about 10 minutes now, and I want to check something that could be our problem here. Gotta climb through the jungle, Jim, to get up here. So I want to check the glow plug relay. Bring you guys in. Hopefully you can sit right there. Now I will tell you, I have a very strong aroma of diesel fuel right now. And I know that my fuel filter canister leaks. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm going to put this on just a basic ohms reading. I want to set this up so you guys can see too here. Stick that on here like that. You should be able to see that. So I'm just connecting these to the battery over here. Positive, positive, negative, negative. It's reading 12.91 volts. So if we put ground and then positive, 12.91 volts. So we got power coming in. This is coming from the battery. And then we should have the same over here. With the key on. Let me go turn the key on. I think I heard the click. I'm gonna go turn the key back on. We're gonna test that, see if we got power going to the other side. It's where I wish I had a go-go gadget arm, you know? All right, so we'll put this on negative. Recheck again. Keys on. 12.2, 12.19. Now we should have the same right here. It just clicked. It literally just clicked as I was touching it. 12.48 on this side. Minus. $12.48 minus. So our glow plug relay is no good. Or you know what, actually? That ain't true neither. I'm doing this wrong. So I think you only have a few seconds because it's not going to be consistent power going through there. So basically when I turn this key on, we only have, I think, a few seconds to check that, to my knowledge. All right, keys on. I'm trying to hustle. Got negative, negative. 12.08, 9, 12.1, 12.1. So it is good. And it just clicked. I'm going to take these off on bolt. I'm going to loosen these all up. I'm going to clean these all up real good. Put it all back together. All right. We got those all cleaned up. The batteries are hooked back up. Okay. So after doing a quick Google search, what I asked was, does a glow plug relay always have power when the key is on? Because as you guys saw there, the key was on. We were checking power coming in and then power going out. And what it says is, it says no. A glow plug relay does not always have power on the output side when the key is on, but it almost always has a constant power on the input side which was the terminal coming from the battery going to the one side. The relay is only commanded to send power to the glow plugs when the engine controller during a cold start with duration determined by engine temperature. Now, I would tell you guys that I only let this run for about 10 minutes. This engine was not warm at all. And it's been off now for over a half an hour. It says consistent power input. The main terminal connected to the battery always has a 12-volt power, which is this. Which is this side right here. This is our main power coming in. So even with the key in the opposition right now, which it is, if I put this on negative, putting my test light on the negative on ground, and I test this light should come on, even with the key off. Okay, and it does. This side, however, should not have any power. Okay, we got power here, no power here. When I turn the key on, it should transfer the power over to this side of the relay. So let's just double check that real quick. So key is on. Test light's hooked to ground. Power here, as we've had before. Now we have power here. Now back to our Google search. Temperature dependence. If the engine is already warm, the relay may not energize at all or only for a very short time, even if the key is in the on position. Again, this engine is not warm. And it had stated earlier that we should always have power here. But we've heard this thing click a couple times now after a certain amount of time. So again, I have power here, and now all of a sudden I have no power here, which I guess would make sense based off of what the Google search is saying. So I'm going to do a little bit more research and see what we can come up with next. All right, folks, it's later on in the day. We determined that the glow plug relay is good. So now I want to check the wiring harness underneath the valve covers. And that is what brings the power into the glow plugs. If we can't get a continuity reading, then we'll know that either A, our wiring harness is no good, or our glow plug or glow plugs is no good, or it could be a combination of both. We'll look around the camera. So we're just looking at the two ends. And if I touch this end one, nothing. If I touch this one, we got power. So we know this one's no good right here. And then we'll do these other two ends. No good. Power. So I guess the thing would be is if I'm going to go in there, I'm just going to replace them all, you know, with a new gasket, new wiring harness, you know, just give it the works. Also, too, this connector does not click, so that's no good. Yeah, that is no good at all. My guess is that somebody has been in here before. I'm gonna have to price out glow plugs all the way around. I mean, if I'm gonna do this, the driver's side, I might as well do the passenger side as well. That way I know it's good. I'm gonna need a new glow plug wiring harness for on top of the engine. New valve cover, gasket slash
wiring harness. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to make this into like a, you know, a souped up truck or anything like that. I'm just trying to get like the best that I can out of it. Fuel efficiency, longevity. With warmer weather coming in, I won't need the starting fluid. The truck will fire right up. I'll have the whole entire summer. We have, you know, pretty much diagnosed the issue of this truck, and you know, like I've stated before, you know, 100,000, 102,000 miles. I feel there's a pretty big crowd out there of people that would say that this truck's not even broke in yet. You know, so that's kind of my plan with that. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys made it to this far, I really do appreciate it. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and the like. It doesn't cost you a dime. It really helps the channel out a lot. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.